Mary Terry, the woman who struck her husband with the truck, dragging him down the road, killing him, while having a blood alcohol level nearly 4 times the legal limit, entered a plea of guilty today in court. Terry accepted a plea agreement dismissing count 1 of first-degree intentional homicide and pleading guilty to count 2, homicide by intoxicated use of a vehicle.
What is your client's plea to count 2 as alleged homicide by intoxicated use of a vehicle?
Guilty.
Is that correct, Ms. Terry?
Yes.
The judge then asked a series of questions to ensure Terry was freely, voluntarily, and intentionally waiving her rights by entering her plea.
And you understand that if I accept your plea, I will find you guilty of the crime to which you're pleading, and I'll base that on the facts in the criminal complaint and or the preliminary examination or as stated in court.
Yes.
Terry's attorneys stated due to the state's evidence, they have not been able to find any alternative reason to the manner in which caused Britton's death. The state argued that she be put into custody until sentencing.
Mr. Britton was dragged approximately 48 feet underneath the vehicle after being impaled by what appears to be a piece of angle iron to his back. After that 48 feet of dragging, Mr. Britton was ran over both tires of the truck, and then the vehicle left the scene, parked at the house, and then came back, at which point Ms. Terry pretended like she had no idea what happened. She said that she saw her car from her house, ran up to it. So her deception throughout this case, Your Honor, coupled with the mandatory minimum, coupled with the fact that this is a homicide, the state would be requesting to remain at this point.
Terry's attorneys requested sympathy, arguing that Terry has no prior charges and that she has remained compliant of the conditions of her $50,000 cash bond and ankle bracelet, requesting she not be placed into custody at this time.
Both individuals were extremely drunk. Their husband and wife, they were just married for four months prior to this. And my client had to actually be helped to walk. She was so intoxicated at the time. I'll indicate that it's unlikely that she really remembers anything of this particular event. It was a terrible alcohol situation.
The maximum penalty Terry is facing for this Class D felony is a $100,000 fine and imprisonment of up to 25 years or both. Because this is an OWI homicide by intoxicated use of a vehicle, the judge noted he will impose a split sentence with a mandatory minimum. The judge ordered that Terry not be held in custody between now and sentencing, which is scheduled for May 16th at 10 a.m. Reporting from Crandon, Shauna Johnson, Newswatch 12.